1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Okay, where was I? Paul, ugh. He turns around so they don't have to make eye contact. Meanwhile, Kelly and Hancock lean back and open a couple beers, just watching the spectacle. Sam. Oh, Polly, you're ripping my heart out. What about all those good times we had? Paul turns back around. Okay, that historical fanfic from like years ago? Get over it, it was never even written. Was I really gonna write a fanfic between these two? I don't know about that. Maybe. Maybe in high school or something. Paul turns back around. Oh wait, he just said that. Sam, in dramatic ass stage whisper. But it was conceived. Isn't that worth something? We conceived together. Paul, the only thing being conceived around here is a bunch of tapeworms in your belly. Ew. Sam, taken aback expression. He looks down and puts a hand on his belly. Kelly finishes off his beer, shakes the bottle upside down to make sure it's empty. You guys want to, like, move on or something? It's getting a little repetitive. Sure is. Paul and Sam, all out of character. Yeah, okay. Next scene, the four of them are all laboring over these vats of some nasty black dye. Actually, I have no idea what they used for dye in the 1700s. It was probably a lot less toxic than what we have today. I don't know, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Hard to say. Hancock leans over the vat and tastes the dye with a spoon. Ew. It's ready. They grab some big sheets of linen and start dunking them in the dye. Paul, I hope you guys were for real about that whole history in the making thing. I had to close my store all day for this shit, and I had some people coming over later to pawn some shit, so it better be worth it. Kelly, it'll be worth it. Hey, you're doing pawn now? Paul nods. And teeth. Kelly, no shit. Damn, hey, Massachusetts Bay hustler over here. Paul laughs and blushes. Haha, stop. Sam, woo, I can't wait to go out on the boat tonight. We're gonna be like super ninja. Hi-ya! Paul looks over at Hancock. Hey, by the way, do I, like, know you? Hancock. ... It's like 20 dots. Long, awkward silence. Cut to that night. Or something like that. You know, our crew of friends is out in the bay, sailing, on a little boat with black sails that they were dyeing earlier. Sailing in the fog. Woo! Spooky. Kelly, humming the Jaws theme song. Hancock whispers, lay low, I see a British boat approaching. Everyone gets super quiet. They lay down on the floor of the boat and pull these fabric costumes over themselves so they just look like a bunch of flat manatees, or giant planar worms. Planar worms are so weird, with those weird eyes. The British pass by and peep at them. Random British sailor stares at them, slurring drunkenly. That's weird. They move on and keep on with their drinking and cruising around. British sailor, singing horribly. In the town where I was born, lived a man who sailed the sea. The British disappear into the fog and their voices fade out. Everything's quiet for a moment. Then a raft floats by with a huge burly dude on it, a little twinky blonde dude, and a deer. Twink. Man, this fog is thicker than pea soup. Burly dude. You eat what you like and I'll eat what I like. Twink. I didn't say anything about eating. They continue on and disappear into the fog. Our friends all pull off their disguises and look puzzled in that direction. Sam. That's weird. How many times do they say, like, that's weird? Hancock. Uh-oh, you guys. Company at tick-tock o'clock. Paul rolls eyes. Oh, jeez. The British sailboat has made a U-turn back through the fog and is coming back towards them again. British soldiers, singing drunkenly all off-key. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. That was probably better than how they sang it, but it still wasn't good. They come up and tap the back of the Friends' boat with their boat, while the Friends are just standing there with their hands on their hips, or arms folded and giving them a look like, really? British soldier, hanging drunkenly over the side of the sailboat. Hey, what are you doing here, in the middle of the night? Soldier number 2. Yeah, we're boarding your vessel. He steps up to invade their sailboat, but he is so drunk he can barely stand up straight. Somebody's getting in trouble from their commander. Sam goes over and puts his arm around him and helps him into the Friends' boat. Sam, in super fake voice. Oh no, don't board us. Anything but that. Soldier number 1. Why you got black sails, huh? Looks suspicious to me. Kelly. Don't tell me you haven't heard. Black is in style now. Paul nods. Yeah, a couple dapper gentlemen like yourselves should know that. Hancock. Yeah, once you go black, you don't go back. Kelly and Paul just give him a look like, what a fucking loser. Paul to Hancock, flatly. That'll do, pig. Meanwhile, Sam is all canoodling with the other soldier, but since the soldier is so trashed, it's more like a weekend at Bernie's type of situation. Sam. Well, you boys see what an innocent operation we're running here. Why don't we have a drink? You look so thirsty. This guy's gonna die. Murmurs of agreement from our friends. Sam grabs a bottle of rum from within the sailboat. You look like you like that sweet stuff. Why don't you get some of this old molasses? He pulls the cork off the bottle. The camera pans to the side to show the other friends watching. Watching whatever weird, horrifying, and likely highly kinky thing that Sam is doing with the soldier off screen. Hancock, staring, shocked. Paul, deadpan. Kelly, also deadpan. Paul. All the time it's been since I hooked up with Sam, and he's still as disgusting as ever. Kelly. I thought you said that didn't happen. Paul. Oh well, you caught me. Cut to the friends plopping the passed out bodies of all the Brit soldiers back into the Brit sailboat. The friends nudge the Brit sailboat away from them and send it out on its way. Meanwhile, Sam has all the soldiers' underwear, briefs with Union Jacks on them, of course, folded in his hands. He licks his thumb and counts through them as if it's stacks of cash. Sam, satisfied sigh. A night well spent. And easy as apple pie. Hancock, can we please just get my product now? Kelly, oh yeah, the smuggling job. I almost forgot what the point of this whole scene even is. Hancock, we're smuggling my stuff in since Hutch started to try and make me pay taxes on my imports. Kelly, I know that, you don't have to spell it out. Hancock, I wasn't explaining it to you, I was explaining it to them. What is that from? I feel like that's from something. Kelly, huh? Hancock whispers, them. He looks straight at the audience. Kelly looks at the audience too. Whoa, how long have they been there? Paul, paddling the sailboat with his hands. Hey, you guys, a little help? Kelly, oh right, sorry, I'm so easily distracted right now. The rest of them lean over the side of the sailboat and help paddle over to a little dummy seagull that's floating in the water. They pull up the dummy seagull and it's attached to a rope, which they use to pull up the secret cargo. Friends whispered, cheering. Yay! Hancock, it was under the bay the whole time. Kelly, God, I'm not stupid. Oh wait, you were talking to the audience again, huh? Brief fiddle music and cut to the next scene, the next day, or whatever. The friends are rolling around town with a mule and cart, carrying a bunch of barrels, and that little bad Santa-looking chunky kid from earlier, where the dude got kidnapped and stuff, is with them too. Sam's driving the cart while all the other friends are riding on the barrels like a bunch of kids on a hayride. Sam sees JW walking down the street, and he can't resist calling him out. Sam, hey Joe, where you going with that knife in your hand? JW, nowhere. He hides the knife quickly in his bag. What about you? Where are you going? And what's in all these barrels? Sam, secret. Kelly and Paul, waving from their spots on the barrels. Hi, JW. JW, hi. He looks at them oddly. How come you guys are all out of work today? Sam gives the little bad Santa-looking kid a note and coin and sends him scampering off. JW, hey, what was that? Sam, please tell me you are not having little-ass kids do your dirty work now, are you? What are you, some kind of crack dealer? Sam, psh, I've been in the business of selling crack for years. JW, haha, very funny. Nasty ass. You know, he cuts himself off then when he notices a British soldier on the corner eyeing them suspiciously. JW whispers, shit, that foxhound is watching us. Just then the little kid returns and JW grabs him by the shoulders all intrusively and whispers to him. JW, quick, pretend you're dying. He lays the kid down on the ground. Kid sticks out his tongue and starts twitching and flailing around. JW, I said dying, not having a fucking seizure. He kicks the kid lightly. Kid goes still. JW whispers, better. Out loud to the street. "Oh, my baby! Someone help! Help, please!" The soldier comes over. Soldier. "What's your damage, weirdo?" JW, all theatrically. "My poor baby's been run over by a careless carriage. Get me some help, I need help." Soldier rolls eyes. "Sure, no problem." He heads off, mutters. Perfect excuse for a weed break. JW keeps crying and carrying on and making a scene until the soldier is out of earshot and sight. JW peeks. Okay, he's gone. Goes right back to normal. The kid also stands up and goes back to normal. Sam, hey, that was some good quick thinking. I might have a job for you, my old friend. JW, I'm telling you, man, whatever weird shit you're doing, you better cut it out. I know that look in your eye. You're thinking of doing some dangerous shit. Sam, haha. What look are you talking about? This one? He strikes a pornographic pose. JW, ugh. He covers his eyes. Meanwhile, Paul, Kelly, and Hancock are all chilling on the barrels, lounging around like Frosty and the Snow Rabbit in the refrigerator car, and doing hits of acid off sugar cubes. Oh my god, they're so uninhibited. JW looks at all of them in their states of sin and glares judgmentally. JW grumbles in frustration. Alright, don't listen to me, but I'm telling all of you, you better stop this before you get in too deep, before you wind up with more than you can handle, before you try to swallow too much. Sam fans himself. Oh, JW, if I were ever to open an erotic theater, you definitely have the job of spokesman. Okay, Joe, I love you and all, but you've heard too much. We gotta part ways for now. He motions to the little kid. Hey, Kristoff, come here a sec. The little kid comes over. Kristoff takes JW's hand. Please move along, sir. JW shakes his head. Using children. Can your morals get any lower? Sam, I have no idea what you're talking about. He gives Kristoff a couple coins. Sam, please escort this gentleman home. I think he's been out in the sun too long. JW shakes his fist as he's being pulled away by Kristoff. You haven't heard the last of me. Cut to later. Once again, the friends are all hanging out at Paul's place, drinking and sitting around the table. Sam walks in the room. Woo, boys, business is booming. Those merchants sure love to buy our untaxed saltwater wine. The drought is over. In fact, I think it's gonna rain. He reaches down the front of his pants and pulls out a bunch of dollar bills, throwing it up in the air so it rains down on them. Everyone celebrates. Hancock, woo, Tricky's back in town, baby. Take that and stuff it in your socket, Hutch. Kelly, what's a socket? Hancock, I don't know, it just sounded cool. Paul, a little bit drunk. I'm so happy I'm not even gonna comment on how lame that was. He goes to finish off his beer but finds the bottle already empty. Paul, aww. Sam sits down with them. Okay, boys, if we really want this whole thing to take off, we need a system. And we gotta have a way of, knowing who's on our side and who's not. Shut out those damn pinkos as much as possible. Hancock, maybe everyone who's on our side should get a special thing that only we know about. Like a coin or something. Something small and secret that looks normal to the outside. Paul puts a plain coin on the table. Like that? Hancock, well, sorta, but I was thinking like it could have a special symbol that's unique to us. Then it could be like a secret code we'd show each other. Paul takes the first coin away and puts a new coin on the table, which has a Masonic eye carved into it. Paul, like that? Hancock, stunned. Where do you get that? Paul shrugs. I made it. Hancock, when? Paul, just now. Hancock, but you were sitting right here. Paul, I know. Hancock. He looks weirded out. He decides to call his bluff. Oh, well, that's cool, but the eye is kind of passé. I always like the bread loaf more. It's one of the more overlooked symbols. Paul takes away the coin with the eye and puts a new coin on the table that has the bread loaf. Hancock, ... He jumps across the table and leaps on Paul and starts strangling him like a wild demon. What the fuck? Sam and Kelly quickly jump up to pull them apart. Sam, babies, be cool. We gotta stay focused. They all sit down at the table again, with Hancock and Paul both breathing all hard. Everyone's just losing their minds. Sam, anyway, to keep the merchants on our side, I propose a little perk, maybe a couple free rides at the B&B or something like that. What do you think, Kelly? Kelly, I'll inform the working guys. Sam, yeah, they'll be hooked in no time. Our boys are good quality, like popcorn. You can't have just one. Kelly, that's thinking like a bad bitch. Sam, I know. The more we do business with them, the more they get attached to ours. That's hoenomics, baby. Everyone puts up a drink to toast. To hoenomics. They clink their bottles together and drink. Kelly, woo, I feel great. I think it's time to break out the big guns. Paul, ooh, are you talking about what I think? Kelly, only if you're thinking about a musical number. Everyone, yeah! They all cheer excitedly like kids at a birthday party. Cut to music video mode. Oh shit, okay, so I don't have my phone, so I can't play the song, but it's probably better that way, because then I won't get copyright claimed or whatever. So, I guess I'll just do it with no music. Okay, 5 minutes, I can do it in 5 minutes. Sam. Oh yeah, if you have your phone, put on California Love, but the karaoke version with no words, just the tune, so then you can lay it over. Sam singing. So let me welcome everybody to the Wild East Side, a place soaked in alcohol and blood from street fights. The sights catch your eye like a pair of thigh highs. Just be careful who you talk to when you're spending some time. Hancock, we in that colony state where the whack-ass Reds be, a place where you never find a harbor empty, and we be on a mission for that bling, sleek queen, money-making machine, certain thing. I've been in the game for long years making big plans. Just about ready to set it off, man. Revolution time, then we Masons and aprons, red coat chasing, putting on the meetings in the basements. This is Kelly. It's all good from Atlantic all the way. Your city is the bomb if you're sitting making bank. Toss up your musket if you feel the same way. Straight laying it down from Massachusetts Bay. Sam, revolution, now have party. Revolution, East Coast, we got the parties. Yes, they do. Kelly, in a colony of MA, looking at MA in the years of late 1700s, 17-aughts. In the city of Boston, we keep it rockin', we keep it rockin'. I'm not really doing the tune very well, but that's okay. Lemon twist and a blonde hooker. Oh, okay, come on, shake, shake, shake it, baby, shake it, baby, shake it, mama, shake it, Boston, shake it, baby, that's right, shake, 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 shake it, papa, shake it, Boston. Paul, got a gig, fresh out the brig, rabble, rousing seeking. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming, singing the taxes are too damn high, the life of colonial hustlers, the west side of the British island. Only in Boston when we riot, shots fired and live and die. In the day we're being craftsmen and lawyers, that's right. Riding boots and suits, propaganda is what we do. Speaking but discreet and we can lie with other crews. Hancock, famous we're rebel sounders. Worldwide, let 'em recognize New England, the founders. Quick under pressure like our soldiers. 13 stars, so you know what we about in the game plan. Say, can you see? Just give me a ship full of tea. All the fish are getting free drinks on me. Virginia to Hudson. We got the Jersey Shore and then some. Kelly, colonies with it. Shout it out, son. Sam. Yeah, New Hampshire in the house. New York, definitely in the house. Georgia, and you know Jersey up in this. Paul, Carolina, where you at? Yeah, Delaware, always getting it there. Even Maryland is trying to get a piece, baby. Pennsylvania, where you at? The song fades out. All our friends are stumbling drunkenly down the road together. Alright, if I'm not canceled, yeah, I'm definitely canceled for that shit. Tupac's gonna come out of the grave and personally fucking strangle me for that shit. Where was I? Kelly. Wow, that song was, you think we said too much? Paul, what, the lyrics? Nah, we didn't give away anything they didn't already know. Sam, in the back of their minds and in their hearts. Okay, next scene, next day. What do you think of the song parody? Too much? Too little? Goldilocks? Definitely too much, but I like it that way. Anyways, in contrast, the dainty little British Gardens music is playing now, as Hancock is preparing for a big-ass party that's taking place in his house at this very moment. That's right, we're back at Hancock's place. I guess he wasn't totally hit by the debt collectors. Or maybe he made it all back with the smuggling. I don't fucking know. The mail maids are running all around the house doing their little worker bee things. When meanwhile, Hancock fluffs up his wig, powders his face, puts on blush and lipstick, and just basically beats the shit out of his face until he looks like a China doll. Hancock flicks out a big-ass fan and poses in front of the mirror. Let's go be fancy. He goes out of his room and goes to the top of the stairs with his arm around one of the male maids, trying to look as high class as possible. Even a Pacific Heights call girl would be envious. Male maid clinks a teaspoon against the glass. Ding, ding, ding. Everyone at the party looks up at them. Hancock. Ahem, ahem. He fans himself. Thank you all, good fancy people of the Massachusetts area, for coming over my house for the glorious occasion of our King George's B-Day. Alright, now let's get drunk and stoned and eat some cake. I'll do one more.